Would you say you're a stubborn person?
Would I say I'm a stubborn person?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit.
I'm definitely stubborn. So, our topic today is living in charge.
Living?
In charge.
Being in charge of your life.
Living in charge.
Okay.
I feel like in so many episodes, I've been like, what about this? What about that? And you're like, what do you mean? What about this? What about that? What about you? Let's talk about that.
I think living in charge, and the only thing comes to my mind is like, when you see a plane flying, it's moving forward, right? To me, that's what being in charge means. That means you're moving, you're acting, you're participating. You're not stagnated. You're not paralyzed. You're not catatonic. So living in charge means it's not I am the one, I'm the boss, I have everything under control. To me, living in charge is you're charged up, you're full of energy, and you are responding. It's like the body, it's healthy when it can respond. It responds to anything that happens, your muscle can grow. So to me, to be in charge means, is your ability to respond. Paul would say you're proactive. I'm sure he uses other personality faculties too. Like, are you responding? Are you? Like if you're driving, you're in charge. If you drive fast, you don't, I do. If your car, the tail blows or something, you are responding, You take a turn, you're pulling the handbrake, you're in charge. In charge means you are responsive. And when you are responsive, then I can say you are in charge.
You use the car as an example, right? Once I was driving my car and my car lost control. It felt like it lost control for like 10 minutes. I think it was about 2 or 3 minutes.
I doubt it.
And I was like this. Like I was going up and down the handle. I couldn't get the car to stop moving. I was pressing on the brake. Was I in charge?
No. That's when you know how it feels to be not in charge. So what is in charge? My capacity to respond, not control, People think to be in charge is to be in control. And in order to control, they disable people. You see, governments do that. Very oppressive government, disable their people. People cannot do anything. Then they feel like we are in charge. That's not in charge. In charge is my respond ability. Am I responding? Am I engaging? Am I meeting? I think there's a big misunderstanding of being in charge. Being in charge means I'm the authority, I'm the boss, everybody listen to me. You have subdued every other faculty that might come to you and thinking that you have disabled everything, you are in charge. No, in charge means I'm responding. I can respond. I can make decisions. I can relate with what is going on. And my part is alive. So if I ask, are you in charge of your life? I'm not asking, have you got everything under control? I'm saying, are you in a state to respond to anything that comes to you? Are you in a state of proactive? Are you in a state of meet? You see, you must understand, in the name of being in charge, everybody wants to be in charge. The father wants to be in charge of the child. The mother wants to be in charge. Everybody. And what they do in the name of being in charge, they cripple everybody around so there is nothing to respond. Like if you take a country, the police must be in charge. The government must be in charge. What I mean by in charge is they can respond with the growing time. People are free. People are able to wake up, to respond, to evolve. And they can mount the right response, not suppression, right? Not suppression. So if I ask, are you in charge? I'm asking you, are you full of energy to respond? Are you able to mount a response?
Do you think people, right, they think that controlling everything around them puts them in charge?
That's the false understanding. But that's oppression. When I was learning martial art, there's something my master will tell me. He will say, Soal Jawab. Soal means somebody questions you, you jawab. So question and answer. So it's like Soal Jawab. You come, I respond. You know what I mean? You kick me, I block. You does this, I do this. So it's a dance, They say, the Hindus say, Shiva is in charge. But Shiva also depicted as dancing in a movement.
Yeah.
That means he's responsive, he's alive. You see, wrong understanding of being in charge is you kill everything. Right understanding of in charge is I'm full of energy, I can respond. I can meet, I can evolve. Isn't that what Darwin proved? We evolved, we responded to our surroundings. See, there's one misunderstanding about Darwin, They think this was the nature and it shaped us. No, we responded. The first ape that walked upright, there's so many theories about it, it responded to the situation. From a rainforest, it turned to a savanna. That's what some of them say. And we had to walk upright. We responded, right? So there was a situation and I was in charge of that situation. I'm responding. Now I teach, and this is a good moment for you to learn this Apshi meditation. Every day, spend some time holding yourself in a way. Sit quietly or however you feel comfortable and see, am I meeting my day? Am I mounting the response I need to? You get what I'm saying? Am I mounting the response? You see, when as a kid, we used to go into the jungle, hunting or something. The person who freezes, we won't take them anymore, Let's say you're in the forest, you're walking, it's a rainforest, deep. You hear a sound, you respond, you take cover, you check. But there are people who will freeze, we don't take them. That means they cannot respond and you cannot put them in charge. Like in a rainforest, when you're walking, we always take turns.
I'm the freeze.
No, you take turns to lead. One is at the back, one is at the front. We take like that. That's how we walk. So the front is in charge of something, the back is in charge of something. So now I'm asking, are you in charge of your life? Now let's go with that word. Am I waking up to respond? And this you need time. You need to sit and be able to meet. Right? Like you sometimes will say, I got this. What do you mean when you say, you're doing something? What are you doing? No, but don't worry, I got this. That means you said, I will mount the necessary response, isn't it?
I will take responsibility and I will get it done.
No. That's one part. Another part, I will respond. I will not freeze. I like what the policemen say, freeze. Can I get my sweater? Freeze. Freeze means you don't move, right? I'm saying unfreeze.
I have a friend, I've talked about him before, but he's in a state now, right, where he's very down and he wants a change in his life. But he has this belief, and it just triggered me to question my own beliefs because he wants to live overseas, but he just feels that he needs to do one thing and then it'll happen for him. Like if he goes to the UK, you're only guaranteed about 3 years. You do your master's and you get 2 years to work. After that, if you want to stay on, it's on you.
Right.
And I remember saying to my friend, I was like, but why doesn't he believe he can make that happen? He is in charge of his life. Why?
No, he's not responding.
Because I'm like, okay, I know maybe I want to stay for 2 years, 3 years. And then after that, I know I can make the decision. If I want to stay, I'm going to stay. If I want to come back, I'll come back.
No, she'll come back and back.
But I believe I can. And I know I will do it regardless either way. But I see people who feel like they can't.
No, hang on. What are you declaring? You said, I will respond. I will relate. I will deal with every day. Your friend appears to be in a frozen state.
Yeah.
And you are actually experiencing a frozen state, which he's not in charge. He's not full of charge to respond to every moment. You get what I'm saying?
He's
You
not
are
full
saying,
of charge.
whatever happen, let it happen. I will mount a response.
Yeah. So when somebody is in that state, right? If you were talking to him directly, I'll say his name. Don't
say his. I know him.
What would you say? How would you push him out of it?
I don't know. I like that boy. And because I like him, I think a lot of people cut slack for that guy. He's a very nice boy. I like him. I've met him and I make fun of him. But I think he is getting by because people like him. He is missing that he's respond. He needs to talk to a therapist. I'm not the guy. He needs to talk to someone to sort that out. He is putting himself in a frozen state and saying, why is life bad to me? Why are you bad to life? It's like, let's say if I'm doing a surfing, I catch a wave and I'm running. Why is the wave so bad? It's always pushing me down. No,
That's the wave.
that's what the wave, the bigger, the more dangerous the wave you want. What is your response? And this happens when people get frozen, and this happens to nice people. This happens to people who they think they can get away just because they are nice. Everybody likes them. They think I don't have to mount a response. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to mount a response. Like even when you go to a doctor, he checks your pupil dilation, your knees, he checks whether your body has a response, the fight or flight. It's sad that he's unable to respond and he's suffering by it. And maybe in his case, he has never been in charge. That means the buck stops here.
But how do we jolt ourselves out of it? Can we?
I don't know how to. I don't know.
Maybe not for him specifically, in general.
Put yourself in difficult situations. Put yourself in a situation there is no choice. Like we are building this thing. I walk away. And one of the guys got promoted recently. I said, now you get promoted. You know why? I left him a few things and he stepped up. And it's a lot of things. He has to coordinate this, coordinate that, the engineer, this. And I said, now, come on. But you have to put yourself in that situation. You have to fail. You have to get busted. It's like, that's what it is. I think you are being wrong to these people. And many people who are like this got enablers like you like him, you cut slack. You think I'll keep him just because he's a nice person. It's like if you ever go sailing, or I'm not that I'm sailing, I know some world-class sailor, like Ante Shaw is world-class sailor. They won't keep one person who's not able-bodied. They call it ship shape, right? Everybody must respond. If there is danger,
That's
everybody.
where that came from, ship shape.
Ship shape. Everybody must be able to respond. That's a team. Like what Paul is doing with his PAT and his winning team. That book is out, building
How to build a winning team.
How to build a winning team. He is looking for people who can respond and also bringing people to be trained to respond. In the world of spirituality, they say you will only respond when you're all alone. That's why I left you in United States and came back to Malaysia. Her mother was wailing. And I said, no, what? How old are you?
If
18.
you had known what I got up to, you might be wailing too.
I know, but I kind of know you're part of me, so I know what I was up to your age, so let's relax. You were 18,
18.
18, when I left you, your mother was crying. I said, leave her. We all were panicking. But you are in charge, darling. What you do, you have to suffer the consequence. And that's where you learn. We had to. Could you have messed up? Could things gone wrong? Of course it could. But I know I'm just 24 hours away. So I told Geeta, anything, we jump on a plane, 24 hours, we are right there. But that 24 hours you're on your own, without that, you wouldn't have happened, You would have got away. So in the world of meditation, enlightenment, spirituality, we talk about aloneness. Can I talk about my subject a bit? See, a lot of the false teaching out there is to give you input as though you never have to be alone. The right teaching holds you alone. I'm saying what I'm saying, what you are saying. You see, when they provide answers, when they provide behavior, be a good person, God will love you. Be this, be that. They are slowly taking away the demand to act. And a lot of people feel relieved by that. But what does it do? It takes the charge away from you. You understand? You see, why Socrates was killed for the same reason. Socrates is saying an unexamined life is wrong. He told people, come on, respond. But you know why he was charged and killed? They gave enough answers so nobody can respond. You follow? Everybody has the answer. Sometimes you see this, some idiot guru will say, past life, this life. What are you talking about? How to remove karma in 3 days? What are you... Which school did you go to? But why people buy into it? They are paralyzed, like your friend. And they want to look for a place I don't have to respond. It's like this. As a girl, you walk out. If somebody does something to you, you must be able to slap that guy. That's your response. At least call the bouncer. But how can they get away with it if they cripple you, isn't it? But now, will we respond perfectly all the time? No. That's part of living. You fail a few times, then you wake up. Now the question is a beautiful question. What is the quality that you have adopted that gives you the right to escape responding? Sometimes people say, I'm a good person. Is it so? Oh, I'm a, I don't know, God-fearing person. So, if the bus come, you will not get out of the way?
Yeah.
You see, they don't want to put them at the stake,
That's what I like. I'm gathering. It's like you don't want to face the responsibility or the consequences or the chance that, hey, I might have taken this opportunity, tried to do something, and it didn't work.
And he has escaped. That is his opioid. And he's a nice boy. We're talking about him. He's a very nice guy. I like him. And that's the sad part.
We all love him.
We love him. And you know why? Because we love him, we let it slide. We want to protect him. Why do you want to protect him? Why can't you protect yourself?
He can protect himself and he should.
Now, I don't know how to answer your friend. But I can answer you. Don't be the enabler. Hold them to them. I tell you, yesterday I was watching something. I said, some Buddhist teaching. How helping another can be the worst thing. And they were talking about you must direct your love for self-love and all that. They're going in one direction. Are we helping them or keeping them crippled?
Yeah.
You know what is aloneness? It's what your body need to feel for it to kick in. In all real spiritual practice, you have to be alone. When a master gives you a statement or a knowledge, he's making it in such a way you can't take it, You have to earn it. He's not telling you blindly do this. He's giving you something that you have to wake up to own it, right? That's what he does. In order to own it, you must become alone. Now understand what is alone. It's not isolation. It's not against relationship. Aloneness is my body must kick in. When they give us the vaccine, the body has to kick in, isn't it? You have a cut. Your body responds, isn't it? If I climb uphill, my heart must go faster to provide more oxygen, right? When that is taken away for whatever reason, the person cannot respond, they will not be in charge. It's like this, Never love anybody and say, I will love you for no matter what. No, I love you as long as you can be loved. Like, I will be nice to you, I'll be your friend if you're a friend. The day you're not a friend, I will not be your friend. It's not carved in stone, Like, we have this idea, love me no matter what. No, cannot. I love you if you're lovable. If you're unlovable, I'm going to stop loving you. So we have been crippled. So we will not be in charge. So somebody can take charge over us and abuse us. You see, this is my world. I'm not a squatter, so I'm going to respond. I'm going to color it, shape it, make it the way I see it too. As how I respect it is yours too. So could it be the human unconscious mind, its greatest desire to escape responsibility and not to be in charge? And to go back to being like a child? But now here, you go further up here. The moment you are in charge, you are the creator. Now you make things happen. Now I'm asking you, is life happening to us or are we happening to life? Is the society happening to me or am I happening to the society?
Both?
Both. In union, right? But out there, what is happening? Everybody wants you just to listen to them, follow them, be instructed. By that, you can escape coming into being in charge. It feels like a rest. But it's a crippling, isn't it?
Mm.
Like the other day I was telling Prem, and I was telling her,
Mr. Prem is like our driver of
bodyguard,
21 years.
family.
Yeah.
I was telling him, these guys don't want me to drive. They've been driving me everywhere. And the other day, I had to take the car and come here. I said, it felt so far, Anba. It was only an hour drive. And then when I'm going back, I got lost. And I said, Anba, within few years, you all have made me a cripple. And I used to be one hell of a driver. Because they all take care of the car.
Yeah.
They drive me everywhere I go. Now I'm like, oh my God, I'm a cripple. But in my case, I'm old enough, I can afford it, it's okay. But I'm saying, is that how it happened? Have men crippled women wanting to take care of them? Did they take care of them or cripple them? Now, what is being in charge? I will respond. I will mount a response. Are you still thinking about your friend and what to do with him?
Am I thinking like in life?
No, are you thinking about him?
Right now?
Right now, what you should do about him?
I mean, no. I have resolved it is his
No,
his
love him.
journey. I love him always, but
You always will love him.
he's got to figure it out.
No, and trust he will respond.
Yeah.
Like how we left you in New York to say kick in, trust that he will kick in.
Yeah. I hope I trust he will. I hope he does, and I wish him the best. But I
And
know
he better.
that yeah, he better.
No, I'm going to kick his ass.
But this idea of life in charge, right? What happens if we say, I'm gonna just go with the flow?
That's also a response.
Mm.
But you are doing it deliberately. There are time to go with the flow. There are time to fight the flow. There's no rules. Do you understand? You, Soal, jawab. Like somebody comes to you and say, I'm going to punch your face. You can say, maybe later, friend, and just walk away. That's a response too. Or say, no, we're not going to do that. Or you can say, come on, let's do this. You see, now you have brought up something, even your response has been pre-decided. That you have the freedom to respond anyway. Like once I saw somebody, that caught my eyes, Anba. A lady was passing by, a guy was trying to, sell her something. She says, no, not now. No. And then he kept pushing. I said, you don't get a hint, right? I love it. She was being polite. I was telling you politely, go away. Now, go away.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, okay, I need to do that. Because I would have, don't know what, I would probably end up buying or something.
Do you think, right, the idea of being in charge and I'm in charge of my life is something we all have within us, or it's something that's ingrained in us? Or
I suspect it's like the tiger, They said the tiger, if you separate it from the mother in captivity, it doesn't have the killer instinct. It cannot hunt. So it has to be taught. So I think this is an initiation. You must be with people who can mount response that you learn. Like when I was growing up, I had enough people that I learned how to be in charge. I think it's a evoked, learned quality, can also end up being underdeveloped. Right now, we know there's a lot of prefrontal underdevelopment by people, Like now when they're using the, computers and phones and all that, you don't allow certain part of your brain to develop naturally. So I think some people, it can be severe. They're just in catatonic. They can't respond. And that needs an internal workout. And for that, danger is needed, uncertainty is needed, failure is needed.
because you see some people really rise. I have one friend, like she wasn't able to go to university when we all went. I think there was like some financial issues. But I always said I have so much respect for you, because I can imagine that experience alone would have been hard. That experience alone can cripple somebody. You watch your friends go to university and you stay. But she got a job. She's grown. She's this like amazing life. When she travels here, she travels there. She hustles. She's impacting her life consistently.
And maybe that university not happening is the best thing, because she had to respond and become in charge.
Yeah.
And the one that university happened could probably cripple them.
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Now you're getting it.
And I watch her, I'm just like, wow. Like you did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching a dad and his daughter talking.
What's your problem?
It's a good thing. Dad
What's your
and daughter
problem
talking.
actually? Do you want to
Huh?
fight? We
Huh?
can pause this episode and have a fight
You
right
wanna
now.
fight?
Okay?
You and me. I will lose. I think it's such an important topic. I'm so afraid we're going to underplay. I think everybody must check your capacity to respond and your level of paralysis. I think we all have it, we all have it. The certain level of paralysis, we have it. But I think you must be healthy enough that you can mount a response. Like being sad is an experience, but respond to that sadness. Feel hurt, one thing, respond. Not as vengeance, as an evolution.
Like when I didn't get in.
Yeah.
And I applied to 5 other schools and I got into every single one of them.
And when she said she didn't get in, I was laughing. I said, you are more qualified. You should get in. What's going on?
That's what you literally say every time I got rejected from a job or I didn't get into something. You're too qualified, la. They would have felt insecure if you were there.
I am right. I am right. She makes me feel insecure, Anba. I went to the temple. The priest, after some time, saying, "Oh, it's because of you only the goddess is coming here." That's what he said to me. I'm like,
Because of me.
That's what the priest said. Oh, because of her. I'm like, okay, whatever. lah. I'm the one building it, but whatever.
Whatever.
Okay, now. Maybe we have to embrace that difficulty, evolution. They say, and Darwin was right, but I have something to add to Darwin. They think nature shaped us. I'm saying no, nature pressured us, we responded. That is why out of so many human species possible, from the Neanderthal to Homo erectus, there's a whole range of people. The Homo sapien at the end became the most dominant, right? And the only species, because we could mount a respond better. And they said that's why we have the bigger brain. Now, my social 2 cents worth. There are people out there want to calibrate your response so they can control you. They want to keep you in a way that you will never mount a response so they can rape you and make you feel it is love. Respond. And your response can deny my truth, and that's perfectly fine. It can throw away. I remember, Anba, I don't know where, there was floppy disk, there was CD drive, remember? Where are all of them now? Those days, it takes
In
a
a
long
museum.
time. Remember the turntable to what? Now it's air. Now it's waves. I'm like, what? You see, this is for the new generation, Don't be loyal to the old. Respond. Reshape the world again and again and again. Because the old wants you not to respond, to keep itself the way it is. Right? I love when the guy who finally got the result, of the, the eclipse, where they were testing the Einstein's theory. He was in New York. They were watching the solar eclipse to check the movement of Mercury, to know that time is relative, gravity, the whole thing. And I remember before I was watching it, he was walking in, he saw Newton's statue. And he said, "Sir, you have just been override. Just been disproven." Like Newton's theory is correct at one point. Before he went and said, yes, Einstein's theory of relativity is proven. So he said, you have been. But it's not an insult to him. It's an evolution from him.
It's good.
Like you take what I'm saying and then you take it to the next level. I must be the happiest guy.
Yeah.
Because I took it this far, you take it further. But there are forces that doesn't want you to be in charge. Nobody is in charge of your spiritual evolution. Nobody is in charge of your love, your life, how life should be. Nobody. I must be the next leap of my masters. I do not betray my master. I garland him. Like how my father will say, son, you must be 10 times more than I. For this is what I had, this is how far I came, this is how far you can go, I throw it back to you. Of course, I might agree, disagree, but why do you care? I might have my view. What does it matter? I am responding, I am the evolution for my time and my challenges, and I am in charge of only that. You are in charge of the next. And for that, you need to have freedom. You know what is freedom? Capacity to be alone too. What is aloneness? Holding the body in a way it can respond. I hope, listening to this, I hope they go talk to their dad, their mom. Some of the subjects, they should bring it up, We are just doing a 30-minute.
If they can.
If they can. We are just messing around here. But I hope this inspires you to discuss.
Before we end, if I'm in paralysis, I can't move, I can't get up, I don't feel in charge, I feel victim to my life. The first step forward.
Find all the people that love you. And look at their eyes, or remember them, that love holds you, that you can respond. That's what love is. If I love you, it means you are going to respond. So look for that eyes that will.
That's what I always say to my friend. I'm always like, I wish you could see you how I see you.
Wow. And if it's bad, get help. Find therapy, talk to some right people. There's no shame in it. No shame. Yesterday, there's one of the students was telling me, she finally went and did some brain scan and they confirmed she has ADHD. Like I think it's ADHD or something really. I mean, the prefrontal was designed to be a hunter-gatherer, not a cultivator. And one thing she said to me that blew my mind, even the negative thoughts they get is how the brain creates the thought to increase their dopamine. I'm like, They create these thoughts in their head to trick the brain to create dopamine. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Get help.
No shame in that.
No shame in that. And that's a response.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. You still want to fight? We can cut this to a fight.
All right. Want to fight?